All right. Let's see what Spirit has to say. God, show me what you want me to know. I ask that all available angels be here. My entourage, of course. Mother Goddess, guides, my higher self. The beings of high light that I'm bringing through and I'm seeing the essence of. I have asked God to show me what it is that God wants me to know, what Spirit wants me to know. However, at the same time, I'm formulating a question of my own, which is what now? What do we do now? Those of us who have completed a level and Spirit is showing us a new language coming on board, a reset, a release, a time of just allowing what to come next, and grieve what you need to grieve, cry and wail and keep your body moving to get the energy through, and humanity is about to receive this new energy to relieve that chronic anxiety, chronic depression, chronic why bother, what's today about, what today's the same as yesterday, that cycle of every day being the same, or that striving for versions of success or versions of a healthy relationship, or trying to please others. We are being given relief from that. But obviously, she says sarcastically, not yet. We are experiencing what the humans like to call depression, which is really, right now, for a lot of people, it is the old leaving, it is the parasites leaving, it is the old programs leaving, and you're feeling down because those programs kept you company. To sit in peace, or even in your childhood dream of not having to be with anyone, not having to go anywhere. You have the world at your fingertips with the internet. You have movies galore, books galore, the things you wished you had as a child to be so fun, but you can't let go of the trauma that created these energy loops as a child. And so many of you out there dealing with what society, the human doctors call CPTSD, a chronic PTSD, chronic fear, chronic anxiety, chronic scared that something is going to hurt you. And we're still in that society. We can still see that 3D matrix where people are still hurting each other. We can still see that 3D matrix where people are discounting what people experienced. And how do you let go of that trauma put upon you when it was so horrific? And not only was it horrific, the depth of its hold over you is that it wasn't some stranger passing by. It was someone that was to give you unconditional love, such as your mother. And the horrific things that have happened to many of you out there, dare I say most of you, how do we let them go? How do we heal them? How, Spirit? they will lift up out of our memory soon. Tell Spirit, I want my trauma to lift up out of my memory. Dear Akash, I command you to delete the memories of my trauma and my childhood abuse. Dear Innate, I command you to dissolve my trauma, to dissolve my anxiety over my childhood abuse. And so it is, amen. Say these things out loud. Ask Spirit to help you to release your trauma, to void your spiritual contract. You made a contract before you came to Earth to experience certain things. You can change that contract. Just like in human contract law, you're a party to the contract and you can change that. We say, Dear Spirit, show me what I need to know in order to delete my contract, what I said I wanted to experience with trauma. Dear Innate, I command you to remove the residual trauma in my body and my life experience. I do not want to experience trauma. Spirit is showing me that we will lose the memory of everything, every person, every event in our life that we did not enjoy or prefer. Those memories will just dissolve like a sugar cube in the rain. You know, when we switch realities, the past changes. We can do that now. There's some stuff out there, Raymond Grace, Raymon Grace, dowsing. You can do pendulum work. It really, all the different modalities come down to pure intent. It is my pure intent to dissolve childhood trauma. Spirit is saying these are things for you to say, for me to say. It is my intention to dissolve the memory of my childhood trauma and its effect on my programs. And I command my Akashic record to delete, dissolve. And when I've studied stuff on this, Spirit has showed that the Akashic record keeps everything. However, what is available to me in this lifetime, I don't have to remember my childhood trauma. I don't have to act and live my daily life based on the patterns of my childhood trauma. The Spirit's saying it is free will planet, free will dimension, and for you to state, Spirit, help me to dissolve my childhood trauma. Spirit, show me exactly what to do. Give me the right timing. Give me the right tools. Bring me the signs and synchronicities to dissolve my childhood traumas all the way to their root and in any timeline, in any dimension, so that they do not affect my life now, my quality of life, my peace of mind, my day, every day. I'm going to channel Giok, I think, my dragon companion. There may be energies of the Galactic Council. It doesn't really matter. You are blessed and you are wondering why you cannot see your blessings. You are cornered in a trap of your own making, as you well know. Thoughts got you in and thoughts can get you out. However, you ask daily what to do, what is available to you, what is exciting, and humanity is at the precipice of new. A new template, all new ways of everything. Entertainment, joy, love, sex, study, transportation, money, healing. There is a whole new template coming in, and you are in this intermediary where you're letting completely go of the shore, and it sometimes comes in as depression, as loneliness, as why bother, as what does it matter, as why am I here. You are here to hold a frequency. You are bringing in light. You are grounding that light into Mother Earth. Albeit, yes, I tend to hear, I'm not going to say the word agree, which is what you're seeking. I'm not saying it's we agree, but that we understand that humans feel like it is a wheel of suffering. It is jobs, and it is taxes, and it is survival, and it is relationships, and it is always trying to be someone else's version of you, always striving to succeed in their definitions of success, always trying to be somebody based on what someone else said somebody is. What is a somebody? We understand that humans strive for this, reach for this, and we understand that you do not, Crystal. However, those programs hold you tightly wound many days of where you don't know what is joy, what is peace, and you are grateful in the relief of basic needs being met, survival. You are grateful for a home and heat and food, and that is beautiful. You question every day, what is it now? Where is my tribe? Where are my people? We discussed with you the other day with your spiritual advisor, in order to find your tribe of light, or your tribe to come to you, or your family of light in the physical, you first have to be that to yourself. And what ways you can be family of light to yourself? Are you your own tribe? Like, are you living in a way that you're comfortable with for you? Are you self-talking in a way that you would want others to talk to you? Do you body shame yourself? Do you feel guilt? Do you beat yourself up? And yes, we understand you're releasing the program of feeling stupid. And what if you feel stupid? There's no such thing as stupid. And in working through all of these, you're not really your own tribe. So you're not the frequency fully yet that you want to be with yourself. You're not kind to yourself. You're not, if we are self criticizing or body shaming or putting all of these pressures on ourselves of what we need to be accomplishing every day, we would not want tribe members doing that. We would not want a house full of people telling us what we need to be doing every day and criticizing us because we're not doing it. Yet that is exactly what you do to yourself. And we noticed, no, you're not making lists right now of things to do. But when you're in the groove of a project, you make lists. And when you put something on the list, then you pressure yourself if you don't do that thing on the list. I am noticing now the sky. It is just about dark. And the rhododendron leaves are illuminated. And I can see their aura. And it is so beautiful. And I am reminded constantly of the beauty of Mother Earth. And I have been working on talking more with Mother Earth and grounding more and listening more, and it is so. I'm stepping out of the channel for a minute here. I'm so excited and um, happy, joyful, whatever at what's next here on Earth. I can see it. I can see all of the new uh, systems of everything, and my frustration is that, so what, I've seen it for years. These programs try to come in and do that, but they're here now. I see them full on, and we the radical shift in reality in November that I talk about, um, I've seen, and I've been working on um, trying to, well, not trying, I've been like all in to raising my own vibration and working on every trigger and every trauma to move to the timeline that I want to live on. And um, successful, not successful, there's, what is my definition of success? I wish for something from a place of survival, and I conjured up, created miracles for myself in the way of survival. And then I sat in that, and um, I want more than survival. I want more than to be grateful for beauty all around me. I am so grateful for the beauty. I am so grateful to live in such a beautiful area, and nature to be so easily communicated with everywhere, whether I leave the house or not. Nature all around me. And I'm grateful that I don't have to leave my home, and that I don't live in a car, and that I have warmth. And I it was such a relief to have that, that I settled into that as some sort of an end goal. And I want more, but at the same time, I'm not interested in traveling. I've traveled. I'm done. Will I ever go anywhere again? Perhaps there's a couple places that are on my list to maybe revisit, but only to show someone else. Um, I got real burned out. I traveled to Ireland several times. It's a long, long, hard trip, and leaving was even harder every time. And I've been to Hawaii many, many times. I've been to the Yucatan. I've been, you know, I've done that, and I dare I say enjoy, because I'm always saying, well, what do I enjoy? I enjoy a laid back lifestyle. I don't rush deer across the street. I look at every animal as a sign and a synchronicity. I'm not impatient at the store in line. I take that always as from spirit, of whose spirit got me around. And I help people with their groceries, and when I go out, I'm available to the energy that's out there, and I enjoy that, and I enjoy it at a low key. I don't enjoy big city buzz, big department stores. I haven't been to like Walmarts and Costco's and things like that in many, many years. It's not my thing. I enjoy the lifestyle that I live, and that is an oxymoron for me, because even though I enjoy it, I don't feel joy. I always have a background of anxiety or fight or flight, and when that relaxes, it turns into depression. And then I look at it and I'm like, well, that's just either programs leaving, that's parasites leaving. You know, I've been doing lots of dry fasting. And when parasites are very much connected to our emotions, and they don't like it when we starve them. And so, in order to recognize what is a valid emotion, what am I really feeling? Um, where can I measure where I'm really at in my frequency? Spirit just keeps saying, just be. And with my reading yesterday, it was so profound to me of, letting it ripen on the fruit on the vine, letting it come to me, not, forcing something as if I could anyway. But allowing myself to have peace of mind is a luxury that I'm working on having. Okay, I'm going to go back into the channel now. Gold Star Trio is going to bring in a message of it feels very tickly, very like beauty in the sky, right? So these three magnificently, brilliantly white lions, and these stars around them, just these yellow stars, and I put in my images of it pentacles, and so I can see golden pentacles, and a reminder of taking the gold from every event, taking the gold, what is we preferred from something, putting more things on the menu. I like to teach people of, like, you probably heard me say it before, of if we only knew broccoli existed, we'd only eat broccoli. In order to get more things on the menu, you have to be willing to taste things you don't like. And then you find what you prefer. Now, this is in relationships with people. Um, you got your different connections to animals, to books, to whatever is available here in this template. And by the way, there's going to be a lot more things available in the next template. And I'm going to let Gold Star Trio say something here. Let's see. We. I'm just getting some sort of a song that I'm not going to. It feels like it should be a light, bubbly energy, but there's an anchor to it. I'm anchoring it. I don't see the purpose sometimes of just the eternal. Everything just goes on and on and on, and I'm a part of a collective, and my soul is a part of a collective, and I join the bigger part of my soul when I cross over, and we just can't keep doing it, right? And to come here to experience negative emotions or duality. And I was listening to something today about that God, spirit, does feel compassion, does feel love. And I was kind of confused because I thought Earth had emotions, other energies didn't necessarily have emotion. I was like, well, positive emotions, we get that from God, we get that from spirit. What we create here in negative emotion, we create from our duality. I get very frustrated at, I know so much, and what do I do with it, right? What do you do with it? And the only thing there is to do is to perfect me, right? To work on every trigger and every trauma and bring the gold through. And the Gold Star Trio vision I'm seeing is that keep bringing the gold through. I just see the gold shining in the stars, and the three lions in the sky, very pure white, and reminded of our pure intent being sent out with a golden light to create the life we want. And you know the words new age mumbo jumbo come to my mind of, like, I don't mean that in a negative way, but that of I know this stuff. Okay, so I know this stuff in theory and in logic, but to create the world that I want to be living in, what what do I do, spirit? And spirit's always like, just be. Like, that's not a thing right now. Like, the template is here, and spirit will tell us, congratulations, humanity's made it to this marker. And I can feel it. It is such a relief. It is so beautiful. I can see what's going on with the corruption cleanup and the age of Aquarius, and we're in this new earth zone. So amazing, so beautiful. And what do we do with that? Well, nothing. Spirit says, just be and assimilate, integrate. Just let yourself be with it. The template is there, that you're not going to miss it. It's, and last night, Spirit reminded me that, yeah, I've been working on this my whole life, raising the vibration of Mother Earth and her people, on being a systems buster, renegades of light. We are, Pleiadians, star seeds. And I certainly want to see it happen. This change into Age of Aquarius, this freedom of humanity on every single level, like I named earlier, of, financial and spiritual, and, not suppressing cures and not suppressing people, and not this job cycle and taxes, and hiding all of the good things from you. Now that we are here, and it is about to just be seen by everyone, and I want to watch. I do want to see that. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go to a different earth or whatever. I mean, granted, we move every second. I don't. What I mean by that is that I want to stay here and see it. And so, the disclosure, the things that people don't know, that are, it just seems like there's a lot more ooey depression and down low energies that people have to go through to get there. Well, I also see a quickening, right? And those of us who've already processed these emotions for decades, and now shifting to this other template, um, I pray that the masses will just be able to shift. But Spirit says they can't shift without self-awareness, without authenticity. So they're sitting there and the template's ready, but not really able to hook up to it, experience this new level of the game, until we can truly be our authentic self, until we can let go of what we thought our life was to be, and just be. And it is incredibly challenging for me to just be. I want to help people. I want to create things. I want to busy myself with things, perhaps to not just be. But when I sit and just be, I go, well, what's the point here with this? Like, what's this, you know, why can't I let myself just enjoy the things I enjoy? Or perhaps, just enjoy reading that book or enjoy watching that movie. But I can't. I don't watch much TV. I don't really read much right now. I'm just in this energy of just be, but kind of at the same time fighting it. Dry fasting and resting, but in my dream time, I'm working things out. Now, I remember some Cryon information within the last year about things that we'd be experiencing in dream time, so that we didn't experience them in this reality. Really hard things, hard deaths, hard situations, hard emotions. We would remember, we would have such pain, emotional pain, in different things in our dreams, and feel it there, so that we could feel it again and have a new choice point, and that we wouldn't have to ever go through that again. And I've had a lot of that. But lately, and it could be connected to the dry fasting or whatever, today I kept trying to rest. Just I like to sleep and rest when I'm dry fasting, and it also makes it go faster. And but I just kept repeating these dreams, and they're very disturbing, and I couldn't um, get out of it. So I just got up and started, exercising and doing things in this reality to shift it. And they're kind of still there in the background, but I was reminded of that cryon. I was just shown in a flash of what you're feeling, this heavy, hard, just oh my gosh, emotion from this circumstance, to bring it up and feel it again, to release it for its final time. But is there ever an end to those? I would ask Spirit. And Spirit claims that yes, there is an end to that. But also, more than seeking an end, it's clearing as much as we can of those layers as we go through the eye of the needle and into this next template and version of Earth. I'm going to leave this one here and do another channel here in a minute. I love you. Be kind to yourself. No matter what, it's your self-talk that matters most. You may feel heavy. You may feel depressed. You may feel lonely, whether people are with you or not. You may not know what next for you. And just know that Spirit's going to make it obvious, and just sit and feel this pain, feel this loss, feel the excitement of seeking, whatever you're chasing, and make sure to take time out to just sit alone and listen to your own thoughts. Preferably times when you're not on any sort of substance or man-made drug, and you're just sitting with yourself. And I just sit and feel it. And that's where we're at right now. Just sit in it. Other people, people are so busy and they got a lot going on in their life. So maybe they're not even feeling this shift. But those of us who are, it is profoundly different than any other shift. And it is at times heavy, but it's heavy in a way that not like before, not like just really sad and down and life sucks and everything's bad. It's not that way at all. Life is beautiful. There's beauty everywhere. I feel so much beauty, and I feel so grateful. And with that, these emotions that are so hard to process, and Spirit says there's no need to process them. It's just sit in them and dissolve them. I'm bearing witness to them solving themselves. I'm bearing witness to them dissolving themselves, and to just be. And so that's what I'm working on. I love you, and I wish you the best of everything. Bye for now.